And hello my friends, I'm Capital Weather Gang meteorologist Matthew Capucci. Today we're doing an experiment about air pressure. We talked about it yesterday with an egg inside a bottle, and today we'll show it with balloons. So for today's experiment, we need two bowls. I have one that's red and one that's blue, warm and cold of course. Two balloons, one red, one blue, but they can be any color you choose. And then two water bottles. We'll empty these out, and those are all the things we need for today's experiment. So here's how it works. We'll fill one bowl with ice about halfway to the top, and then water to fill the gaps. And eventually, after about 10 or 15 minutes, this will all make one big melty puddle of cold water. And the second bowl we'll fill with piping hot water, either from the stove, of course ask your parents for help if you do use the stove, or the microwave oven. So now we have our two bowls, one filled with very cold icy water, the other with toasty warm water. Now we have our two empty water bottles as well, and we know that these water bottles are the exact same size and they hold the same volume of air. Now let's see what happens when we put balloons on the top. So now the balloons are hanging and we have the same volume of air in each one, but let's see what happens when we put both of them inside the respective bottles. Now already we see the balloon in the warm water is starting to inflate. That's because the air inside the water bottle heats up and it expands, and therefore it increases its pressure, and all of a sudden that balloon shoots up. On this side, meanwhile, it might be tough to see with that camera, but the balloon is actually being sucked inside the bottle. It's kind of being blown up in reverse. That's because cold creates low pressure. So the atmosphere, higher pressure outside, pushes that balloon inside the bottle, just like yesterday with the egg inside the bottle. Now there's nothing special about either of these balloons or these water bottles. They're the exact same volume, but instead they're responding to changes in air temperature. We can see what happens when we switch the balloons. This one starts to deflate, and this one, on the other hand, the blue one, starts to inflate rather quickly. And look, just like that, the balloon starts to fill up, and there you go. Air pressure at its finest. So you get the idea. High pressure, expanding air, fills a balloon. Low pressure, air pulling it on itself, and of course, that deflates a balloon or even sucks it inside the bottle, as we saw with this one earlier on. We'll have many more cool experiments this week and perhaps into next week here on Capital Weather Gang. You follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or capitalweathergang.com. Bye, gang.